Hey, welcome into A Cup of Hoops Season 3, Episode 7. This episode is titled Reality Check, as always, sponsored by Synergy. This is A Cup of Hoops. You're going to get 3 takes, 2 voices, and 1 cup of hoops. But before we jump in, let's talk about what Synergy has to offer. As an evaluator, Synergy makes things easy. Their tools are a game changer for basketball at every level. With an open source system, player filtering, and access to accurate stats, Synergy provides the insights to help us excel at our jobs. Most NBA teams and college programs trust Synergy for video streaming, database analysis, and it's now available to high school programs. If you're serious about the game, Synergy Sports has you covered. Thanks to Synergy for powering A Cup of Hoops. You ready, Blue?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Well, this weekend we got a really fun event. Spring Championships going to be hosted in Dallas. We have 150-ish teams. Really excited. Gas Up Fast break dropping tomorrow. We kind of talk about what we're looking forward to. And we had a good week off last week, so that was kind of nice. Make sure you're following us. We're going to put out tons of content this weekend. Lots of stories to be told, a lot of brackets going. This is the time of year where it really heats up. Teams are settling in and finding their rhythm. So with that, let's head into our recruiting simplified topic. Obviously, this episode was called Reality Check, so let's live in reality, Blue. Give a reality in the recruiting landscape that is often misunderstood.
Our team was being watched. That's a big one because let's just use a scenario of a team going to California. Okay, there's a couple college coaches sitting on the sideline from Arizona. Doesn't matter any level. And I'm from Texas. I'm playing on a Texas team, and I go out there and I'm playing, and there's these Arizona coaches out there, and I think that they're out there to watch me. No, they're out there to watch the Arizona team that you're playing against, right? So, yes, are they going to evaluate whoever's on the court? Absolutely, they are. If something sparks their interest that is not necessarily of who they were there to go watch in the first place, yes, they will. They will look at their roster. They'll take a peek at and try to get some information as quickly as possible as they're reading through the college coach's book, and then now they're watching you play. But that doesn't mean that you're getting recruited. That doesn't mean that you're getting interest. That doesn't mean that they were even really there to watch y'all play. It's something that piqued their interest, and they looked, oh, that was Ryan Massett. Okay. Just make a mental note of that. You have to know where you're going and how to navigate those regions, those areas in which that you're going to be playing in. And that's a reality check of how much work did you do as a player before boarding that plane, flying out there, spending thousands of dollars before you step on that court. What did you do in order to get noticed, in order to get college coaches' attention? The reality is probably you're not going to go to that region to go play basketball. Not 100% absolute, but if you're doing the homework, like we talk about, you're doing outreach, you're doing things to set yourself up to allow coaches to know that you're out there in that tournament, then things could turn and interest in recruitment could happen.
Yeah, love it, Blue. Mine kind of goes to your same vein. I said if you didn't make contact with the coach before the event, they're most likely not coming to watch you. So, I've talked to a slew of coaches that are going to be at our event this weekend, everyone from D3, D2, junior college. Like, there's been a lot of interest about this weekend in particular, which is exciting. And if it's every weekend is an open period minus Division I coaches other than live periods. So, like, if you're coming to a Dallas event, it might be helpful to reach out to the regional college coaches, because a lot of them come to our events because we provide rosters. We're knowledgeable about the players, and we can point them in the direction. But at the end of the day, they got to come to see players. So if you make it on their list, get on there beforehand, and they might come to watch you. Like, there is a rhyme to this, and or there's a reason for this. And I want to just press pause real quick and say outreach is really hard. It's really hard. You're going to get a lot of no's, and that's okay. Just keep going, and that's okay. Um, that's the reality of it. So I hope Blue and I are not coming off harsh. We're just being honest, and we want the best for you. So reach out beforehand to regional coaches that are near and around the event. I would say probably give or take 2 to 3 hours, and ask them if they're going to be there. Tell them your plan. Shoot them your schedule. Do all those things, so that you're putting yourself in the best position as possible. But yeah, let's move on here. Evaluating, who is a player that you are excited to see that maybe you haven't seen this season?
I'm going to go with Chase Hill from San Antonio. He plays for Arnold National Elite, and he plays at San Antonio Reagan. And this is a guy that we all have kind of talked about at some point over the last year or so. But this is his time now. Is can he go out there and be the alpha? What is he going to do once he steps onto the court? I look for continued development from him. I mean, he was a guy that can play multiple positions. He's going to defend well. He's going to go attack the boards for rebounds and start transition. I want to see what he's going to do when he really gets into into the mud and see what's going to happen when he has to play, against some of these teams from across the state, particular players, whoever he's going to be matched up against in the bracket as he moves along. Because he's a guy that we're going to be talking about, or I think so. That has developed well and that is continuing to get better and becoming an alpha and become one of the best players in San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, he has a size and the shooting ability. He's got a lot to like, and I think that's a great call out, Blue. I am looking forward to seeing him this weekend. I'm going to go with Jaden Jones, Houston Raptors, Gold 17U. I'll allude to it later in the show, but I was poking around Cerebro. This is a kid who played for a runner-up in 5A at Fort Bend Marshall. He's an impact player. He rebounds. He scores in the interior. I saw him early in the season last year, and I just liked him. So I'm really excited to see him again and see if he's continuing to progress and still have that same impact on the floor, because he had an good impact event in Houston, according to the stats, which I was in Dallas, so I was just combing through that and seeing names pop and kind of looking to see what they did. And Jaden was one of those names. So yeah, let's move into Advocation Station. Unsigned senior. I don't know about you, Blue, but I'm still being hit up about unsigned seniors daily.
Oh gosh, yeah. Before I get into mine, I mean, there's been a lot of movement even in the non-division ones with head coaches. I've had 3 head coaches call me in the past 2 days looking for players. Maybe some of them were crossing over from you and also for me, but largely we're talking to different people too. And so those coaches are still looking. I mean, I talked to somebody today that they have they have 4 spots open, and it's a team right here in Texas. And so they might be walking around this weekend looking for some unsigned seniors. And of course, they'll be at the Gasso. They'll be at the Gasso Madness May 16th or 18th for the live period. But right here, Jalen Brown from Lancaster. Just the first thing that you're going to notice when he walks in the court is just his body. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic, he's able to be a combo guard out there, and he's going to take the ball and he's going to go move it up and down in transition very quickly. He can start the offense and get it moving, but also he's a guy that can put it on the floor and just go. He's got an explosive first step, and he's just a quick athlete. We've seen it for the past 4 years. So I mean, he's going to be out there, and you even said this. He's a dog on defense, and he's that kid that's going to make somebody very happy as we continue to go through April. We're just about in May. I mean, he's going to be a really good get by the time that somebody's going to go, hey, I need that type of player, offensively, defensively, to be in my program. He's going to, when you watch him, he kind of makes it hard for you to say no.
Yeah, I'd agree. I really enjoy watching that kid. He does a lot well. I'm going to go with Caden Monalal. I was scanning through Cerebro again for the Houston event, just kind of seeing what I missed. And he had a great event. And 14, 4, and 3, he was dubbed as a connector, which is kind of this floor general, making plays for others and scoring when it's opportune to him. But I saw him in the season with George Ranch, and, he shot the ball really well. He made plays. And I think he's just a late steal, not a name that's like super well known, I'd say. But, he needs to be on radars. He's playing really well right now. 1,000-point scorer. Like, this is a kid who's really good, who's played a lot of RC minutes and been very, very productive with those minutes. So that I just want to shout him out. Caden Monalal. He plays for G4G, I believe. And I don't know, the unsigned seniors kind of ebb and flow of when those teams stick together. I hope they're coming to the live event because I think he's a guy that someone could steal. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Cup of Hoops. We will see you next time, and enjoy the weekend. Come say hi to me in blue. Bye.